Now here's the catch. I don't know how you're gonna shuffle the deck. I don't know what card you'll pick. I don't know what names you'll call out. Mikhail, Bartholomew, Svend. I never know what I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna blow your mind with a card trick that's almost impossible for the common man to believe. Or a woman. You ready? Let's do this. I'm gonna make this as fair as humanly possible. I'm gonna hand you the deck. You can take the cards right out. And I want you to give the deck a shuffle. If you're good with like the riffle shuffle with like the bridge, you can do that. If you're not good with that, don't know how to shuffle, you can do like the whole casino style wash. Although, now I have to clean this up. This is gonna take a whole lot. The point is you can shuffle up the deck and I have zero influence over what just happened. Now I'm gonna either close my eyes or leave the room, and I want you to break off a small packet of cards from the top of the deck. Let's just say this many cards. Now only you should know the number of cards in this packet. Me, I wouldn't know, no one else would possibly know. So you wanna count this to yourself, but since yourself is not actually here, let me count this for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in this packet. I want you to take this packet and put it in your pocket. Now the next thing I want you to do, the same number of cards in your pocket, I want you to take off that many more off the top of the deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a look at now and memorize the bottommost card. Take a look at the card and memorize it. Now let's say you don't want this card. You could even shuffle this up and then take a look at and memorize the bottom card, right? So that's gonna be your new card. Take a look at it, memorize it, breathe it in, let it out, but remember it, right? Take this, put this back here. Now I'm gonna come back into the room, and at this point I have barely even touched the deck, but I'm gonna pick it back up for the first time ever. Now, I want you to be as free with this as you'd like. I want you to say one name out loud of anyone you know, don't know, or just something you make up. Let's just say first name, Jessica. J-E-S-S-I-C-K. We're gonna spell out that name. We're gonna pick another name. Let's just say Bond, James. J-A-M-E-S. Last name, let's pick name number 3. Derrick. D-E-R-R-I-C-K. We have those 3 names selected. I'm gonna put them right down over here. Then I want you to take the packet you had in your pocket and put that on top of the deck as well. So there should be no possible way that I know what your card is or where your card is. There is a really cool method with all decks of playing cards where there's a secret sequence of cuts where if you do it correctly, the cards are all gonna end up reset in the order in which you started. So if you recall, we had the deck shuffled up the way you liked, and then we had some cards taken out, a few more cards shuffled up, and then you had the bottom card selected, and then it was put back together. Now I just have to know what the offset is. So what was the number that you had taken out from the beginning? 10, all right. Okay, here we go. All right, I think I was able to reset it and offset by 10. So let's do those 3 names again. Jessica, J-E-S-S-I-C-A, that's name number 1. Bond, James, number 2, J-A-M-E-S. Put this off to the side. And last name was who? Derrick, D-E-R-R-I-C-K. Put this off to the side as well. And like you said, like I said, there was an offset which I already accounted for. That means the next card here should be your selected card, the 6 of Hearts. Insane. Boom. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. The effect I'm sharing with you today is known as nomenclature by Joseph Dunninger, a famous mentalist who is known for adding that personal touch. Hence the names. I think your friends are gonna enjoy this one. So before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready to blow people away with magic. Now grab your favorite deck. And let's do it. Welcome to the tutorial. I gotta let you know, this trick is easier than you can possibly imagine because it takes absolutely zero skill. It's all gonna be based on performance. So if you can perform, you can really sell this effect. You can use some of the ideas I showed in the beginning, but ultimately it's gonna be up to you. So let's just go ahead and break it down. Of course, you just need a packet of cards to begin with. It doesn't really matter if it's a full deck or not. You start by having a spectator shuffle up the cards. So this is completely impromptu, which I love. It's also completely self-working. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. Cards have been shuffled up. Now you ask the spectator to break off a small packet of cards. Generally, I would say between like 1 to 15 cards. You don't want it to be too many, just a small amount of cards. Let's just say they cut off this many. You tell them that they're the only ones who should know how many cards are in this packet so they can count it to themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in this packet, right? They take it, they put this off to the side. And then at this point, by the way, you can either have your eyes closed or you can leave the room and maybe yell out instructions. I'd recommend just turning your back or closing your eyes. But up to you, whatever you want to do. You have those cards taken out. And then you say the same number of cards in this packet. You want them to take that many more cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, based off of the kind of story you want to create, you can have them shuffle these up, or you can keep them as is. So let's just say you want to keep them, and let's make the bottom card a bit more fun. Let's say there's their card, the Ace of Spades. That's the card that they're going to memorize. They take that, memorize it, they put this packet back on the deck, and now you come back or you open up your eyes. From here, all you have to do really is have 3 names called out. This is, I would say this is a bit more fun with 3 spectators that you don't know, so then they say their names, or they can even count off their own names, because one thing you got to keep in mind, you want to maximize the interaction you have between yourself and the spectator. So if you're just doing everything yourself, sometimes it could get boring, right? If you're not demonstrating skill, you want to be able to hand this off to them and let them have some fun with it as well. So let's just use the same names I used. Let's, what was her first name? Jessica, right? Let's say Jessica's here. She deals off her name. If you want to use one person as well, they pick 3 names at random. It's up to you based off of where you are, how you're performing. So Jessica, she counts J-E-S-S-I-C-A, spells, not counts. There we go. Second person is James. He spells it out, J-A-M-E-S. Third person, what did I say? We're going to change to Bill, B-I-L-L. You take this whole packet of cards now. You put this on top of the deck. All you've really just done is reverse that many cards, right? Jessica plus James plus Bill. You've just reversed that many cards that were originally on top of the deck. And you got to, one thing you have to make sure is when you tell people to deal, you want to just make sure they're dealing one card on top of the other. If they don't know how to do that, maybe you want to demonstrate that at some point, right? So they have, the deck is pretty much set up and ready to go. I like to come back and, well, no, I guess I was already here, but I like to say, now take the cards from your pocket, put them on top as well. From this point, I like to create a different story. Otherwise, if you just say the names again and deal, it's kind of boring, because really all that you've done is counted off cards, taken them out, counted off more cards, the same number, memorized the card at that position, and then reversed that packet. So then when this packet comes back on, the selected card has been displaced the same amount of cards that were in this packet, plus the count of the names. So all they have to do now really is count off the names again, and then they will find their card. But I like to kind of, again, make some kind of story that I can cut the deck in certain ways where things can be reset, or if you want to do like a winding type thing that you're doing with the deck, or something along those lines, just to make it a bit more fun and believable. Because like I mentioned, this is easier than anything. If you just do this trick like verbatim, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's gonna get boring. But all you have to do now, really, I like to give the deck a false cut. I'll put some videos on false cuts. You can check them out on the screen. And I say I'm resetting the deck to a certain point in time where your card was at its original location, but we're going to displace it by whatever number. So that's why I like to ask what number they had. You don't really have to know that, but I just like to ask to kind of throw people off. So again, we just say the names again. Jessica can deal J-E-S-S-I-C-A, then James, J-A-M-E-S, then Bill, B-I-L-L, and then not this card, but the next card on top of the deck will be the selected card. Super easy. If you enjoyed that, you don't want to miss this video right over here. I personally, Sven, think it's good for you. Gerald. I mean, if your name is Gerald at this point, you kind of got to subscribe. As always, a huge shout out to all my Patreon producers, and thank you, love you, see you soon.